That's the truth, yeah. You really do have to be careful, especially those kids now that the kids are back in school, if they have recess. You know, the schools are usually pretty good about that, but if they're walking home from school, you know, just think about the hottest hours of the day. Make sure you're hydrating all day long as well. You don't want to just guzzle water when you're thirsty because you're just going to sweat it out. Looking at the temperatures versus the heat index for the remainder of today, by 6 o'clock, we're still feeling like we're at 105 in Tampa. You can see the actual air temperature at the bottom here, but factor in the humidity. That's how it feels to your body. So that's why we always harp on the heat index on days like today. We don't talk about it every day during the summertime because our humidity fluctuates. So days like today, it's hot, it's sticky, it's uncomfortable, and you really have to take it easy. The actual air temperatures outside, I mean, we have some pretty warm marks when you don't even factor in the humidity. Look at this. Dade City's at 98, Wesley Chapel 97. We have 95, 96 in all of our interior locations, Bartow, Wauchula, Frostproof, 94 in Winter Haven, as well as Sebring. It's only those areas that are closer to the coast that are the coolest, and cool would be 90 degrees. The Gulf temperature is at 91. So yeah, the beach would be the best place to be. Make sure you're wearing that sunblock, of course, because the UV index is also high. And the pool and the air conditioning. Just find a way to cool off. Looking at the feels like temperatures going into tomorrow, I paused this tomorrow afternoon around 4 p.m. because usually that's the hottest point of the day between noon to about 7 o'clock is when we've been issuing those weather impact alerts. Because of those hot hours, but generally we will have numbers matching what they had for today. That's why we extended that weather impact alert to include tomorrow as well. It's the same situation that we have been stuck in here the last couple of days. Really, the last half of this past week, we had weather impact alerts for all the heat. Satellite radar showing that we still have a northwesterly wind in place. Unfortunately, that's not producing a lot of rain for us. Across the northern end of the state, they do have a few showers out that way. A couple clouds that have been bubbling up. Look at Tampa, north of Tampa, Hillsborough County. That's the only shower that we really see. You could include the ones in Pasco County if you want, but they are very, very isolated at this time. I know in Pinellas County, outside my house, I had a few rumbles of thunder, but didn't get anything from it. So we were sitting pretty dry over there closer to Featherstown. A futurecast tonight at 6:30. We have a couple clouds hanging out with us, maybe a few sprinkles to a brief little shower, basically the last little bit of energy we had from the limited rain for today. 8 o'clock tonight, you can see that a couple clouds will be with us into about 11 p.m. And then starting tomorrow morning, we have a nice dry start to your Monday, so that's great, just on the warmer side. Temperatures tonight don't really cool down. Looking into tomorrow afternoon, this is lunchtime, dry as a bone. And then as we move into the evening hours, again, we may have an isolated shower, maybe a brief storm, but that's about it. So that's why we kept that weather impact alert around. So looking at expected rainfall the next several days here, you can see how that rain coverage will start to increase from Tuesday onward. So that's great. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, looks like we start to get a little bit better of a rain chance and rain coverage through our area. Beautiful message here behind me for the tropics. No development expected the next several days. Now, we are still paying attention to the coast of Africa because this is the time of the year, their monsoon season, where we start to see these little waves come off the coast there. The problem is, well, it's not really a problem. It's the benefits of El Nino in our area in the Atlantic Basin. That really shears apart these systems, so they don't have much of a lifeline. However, in the Pacific, it's much, much busier. 7-day forecast here. Those mid-90s stick around for tomorrow. And then once we get the rain to return to our forecast, these numbers improve a bit.